Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Guess what I finally found? I spent about the last 10 minutes combing through the research tree with a fine-tooth comb, and I found this. The thing that I was talking about at the end of the last episode. Uses ice to dissipate a small amount of heat. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been looking for literally ages. Okay, so, I know you don't have any oxygen, it's a real problem. I don't know what I'm going to do to solve this problem. Because I haven't built these very sensibly. I haven't built them with an oxygen generation thing in them, which is really rather stupid of me. But hey, at least they're having a shower. They can't breathe, which is probably causing them a lot of stress, but they're having showers, which is fantastic. And let's see if we can give anybody any skills. You could get improved construction, or farming, or grilling, or the fundamentals of art, or field research. +2 to science and geological analysis. Or carrying, or tinkering, or medicine, or stuff. Can you get anything? You could get pretty much anything. You've got 3 points of morale. Look at these kids' morale. Look at them. 8 out of 4. That is just absolutely crazy. I feel like getting somebody who can do the super hard digging might be a good idea. Yeah, we'll give them the super hard digging, and you can get the even further advanced research, because I think that's going to be useful, because Lindsay is our researcher. Okay, right, so. No wash basin bill. Germs are spreading because no one's saying that. What? What do you mean germs are spreading? They've got the don't they? Do they not have do the showers not do that? Prevent duplicants spreading germs to things they touch. Yeah, they're having showers. Do they need to have showers more regular? Do they need to have sinks more regularly? Oh, I don't know, because there's nowhere really I can put them that I can guarantee that I'll actually use them. I mean, I could put one there, but that's only going to I put one there and there, that's only going to catch 2 people because I can't put anything here. Oh dear, I haven't done this very well, have I? Surprise, surprise, Phil's mucked it up again. Right, okay, so we'll get on with the research and we'll get the heat problem sorted out, and that should fix that problem before it becomes too serious. Okay, right. Let's just get on with a few little bits and pieces that we need to do in order to make sure that we keep this pace vaguely sensible. Okay, so what are our next? Oh gosh, what lacks resources? Oh, shut up. I'm still not sure how we're going to fix this problem with the whole thing, but I think for the moment the CO2 is not the main problem. The main problem is the heat, because the heat, I reckon, is going to be a much more serious problem than the gas. Sorry, I am very tired right now. I don't know why I decided that playing this game right now would be the best use of my time, but for some stupid reason I did. Right, okay, I want to get this, and I want to get all of this. Like, all of that. Actually, let's not do. Yeah, that I can live with, because this stuff here, which I didn't realise before. This is the task. This is algae. And that's what these things use. These things use algae, and I haven't noticed this, but we've been using that for a long time. We've still got a lot of it. We've still got lots of it, but I'm afraid we're going to run out of it eventually. So, skill point now. We've got a skill point. Travaldo. Yeah, the guy with an unbelievably crazy amount of morale. That's because he never gets stressed, because Travaldo and Max don't do any of the stressful jobs. It's always Lindsay and Hassan who are doing them. So you could literally get anything. But I'm going to give you improve your carrying capacity, improve your construction, or I give you advanced research, get another researcher. You do like researching. Duplicants who have mastered this job. Is that what these? Oh, I see. These represent. Oh, I see. It's the hearts that represent that they like the job. I see. I am stupid. Right. Okay. So yeah, that's a good way of knowing. Like, there wouldn't be much point in getting a digger because you've already got a digger. But maybe, you know, a doctor would be useful. In fact, I think we will get you to the doctoring skill, because eventually we are going to need some doctors. because that is something I do want to build at some point, is a place for them to not be dead anymore, I think. Just a place for them to be slightly less deadified. I think that would be a fantastic thing for them to have. Okay, so how's the research coming along so far? We've done all the novice research, just to get on with the advanced research. Okie dokie, I can live with that. Okay, I'm also noticing there is a fair amount of polluted oxygen as well, so maybe we should get a couple of these deodorizers. Filled with polluted oxygen. It's not turning into good oxygen though, which is very annoying. See, I would like to use this, but I want to take advantage of the CO2 and get rid of it. I just can't do it because there's too much pressure here. I don't know how low the pressure needs to be, you see. This has got between sort of 2,000 and 3,000 grams of oxygen here. But it clearly needs to be less for this to be working. Does it say overpressure at 2,000 grams? I see. I see. So this is about a third too much. Okay, that is quite a serious problem. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to fix that. In fact, I'm not sure it can be fixed at all, because I've got this open, but that's not really going to help because the gas outside is not much different. The pressure along circuit overload, shush. I don't think that's a serious problem. The problem is the pressure everywhere. What? Is that wall about to break? That's not encouraging. What am I talking about? Sorry, I'm tired. I'm losing my thread of thought. Yes, the pressure outside isn't really much lower, which means my idea of opening these airlocks didn't really work, because I thought it was just overpressurized in here, and then opening the doors would allow some of the gas to seep out in order to reduce the pressure a bit. But that hasn't really worked. That hasn't actually ended up as well as I thought it would. Okay, we finished that. Okay, what's this? Cools the gas pipe through it, but outputs heat in its immediate vicinity. So that doesn't remove heat, that just kind of stops the gas being hotter. But I'm not really interested in the gas at the minute. It's just the fact that it is hot, full stop, that's a problem. So I'm going to get them working on a bit of medicine for the time being. Yeah, we'll keep working on medicine for the time being, because as I said, I think that's going to end up being important later. So now that we've got that, we need to start working on getting some cooling in this place, because this is going to be a serious problem if we're not careful. Ah, utilities, here we are. Ice heaters, here we are. Or ice fans, what am I on about, honestly? Yeah, we'll put a couple of them down. We won't put down too many for the time being. We'll just put down a couple. Oh, I need an airlock as well. No, not a pneumatic door, a manual airlock. That's what I want. There we are. Okay, because we've got ice. We've got a load of ice right here. Yes, look, ice. Where is it? Ice. 4,000 kilograms of ice, which is fantastic. Is that slowly warming up? Because if it is, that means it's probably going to melt. But yeah, it's ice, which means we can use it for the time being. We'll run out of it because we haven't got any ice production in the minute, but we've got ice. We've got ice, which is really important. I might also... I mean, what do these take? Sandstone. We've got loads of sandstone. I might also, like, replace this with heat-insulated tiles so that we can try to reduce the amount of heat that's leaking out, so that we can keep the heat in here, so that it can stay and be cooled by the it uses heat transfer between walls, retaining ambient heat in the area. Never mind that for the time being. Yeah, because I think that will be useful, because that will help keep the heat in there, which will stop any of these plants from getting too hot, because they're slowly warming, which is a serious problem. What's this? Why is this orange? Natural gas? Why is there natural gas there? Natural gas is a mixture of various blah 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 used for power production. Oh yeah, there's something about natural gas being used to produce power, isn't there? But I don't know what it is. I don't know where you find it. I think you can also use chlorine for something quite important later down. Ah, here we are, natural gas. Yeah, that could end up being quite useful at a later date, but for the time being, I don't think it's useful to us right now. But I am going to stick all of this on a priority 6. Because I just want this done a little bit faster, because I'm a bit nervous of this whole heat problem that we've got going on at the minute. Let me just put another one there and get all of that set to dig. I'll just repriority them. Oh, it's still at priority 6, that's lovely. Yeah, okay, medicine. Apothecary. Produces medicine to cure most basic diseases. Duplicants must possess the medicine compounding skill to fabricate medicines. Duplicants will not fabricate medicine unless recipes are queued. Okay, so that does sound quite useful then. Yeah, we could turn our water into ice, but that's probably going to require power, and I don't necessarily want to do that if I can avoid it. Because, because what? Come on, Phil. Yes, I don't want to. I'm a bit afraid of the water problem, because although we are recycling water, you know, we're producing bad water through the fertilizer. No, we're using bad water for the fertilizer production. We're producing it out of the toilets and the showers, but we're using it in the fertilizer production, which tells me that eventually one day we are going to run out of. We're going to run out of water because we are not recycling all of it, which is a bit of a serious problem. Eventually we are going to run out of that, which is going to be pretty dangerous. Quite dangerous indeed. I know this is a really weird and convoluted design that I've produced here. I've got no idea why I built it this way, I just kind of have. Also, I noticed something while I was editing stuff, and I cannot for the life of me remember if I said this in the last video or not, so if I've already said this, forgive me for repeating myself. CO2 goes down. That's why there's CO2 here, there's CO2 here, and there's CO2 in here. CO2 naturally goes down, and oxygen naturally goes up. Like heat naturally goes up, and cold naturally goes down. Which was incredibly stupid of me. I didn't realise this. I should have realised it, but I didn't. Because you see, I've built these at the top, and I've built these at the bottom. These need CO2, these need oxygen. They are in exactly the wrong places. And I do not have the time and the resources to move stuff around. I do not have the ability to shift all of the stuff that needs CO2 to the bottom and all the stuff that needs oxygen to the top. I should do that, but I can't. For the time being. I might actually disable this building for the time being, because we've got lots of water and we don't have much of this. So I just want to turn this off and just let the bad water build up a bit again, and let the good water go down a little bit. Who's got a skill point? Lindsay. You've still got what is it about you, Lindsay? You never ever stay at the same level, and you're confusing me beyond all measure. Lindsay, what is wrong with you, kiddo? What is it that's reducing your morale? Sometimes your morale is really high, and other times it's really low. I don't get what it is about you, Lindsay. You confuse me. And you're all suffocating. You are all taking health damage because you don't have oxygen. Oh gosh, how do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? I mean, one solution that I can see would be making these airflow tiles, because these block the flow of liquid without blocking the flow of gas. So maybe if I've made airflow tiles and I put them along here, along the top, the oxygen from above would come down more easily. So that's a solution that I can see being a temporary solution to this rather serious problem of them all suffocating. So that would at least help the problem a bit. I can't see it being a complete solution, but it might help a bit. Ideally what I want is to have like an algae terrarium in there, but I just can't do it because I just have not built enough space. Which is incredibly stupid of me. It didn't cross my mind that they'd need oxygen generation there, because I thought it would just flow in naturally, but of course it doesn't, because I'm a twit. Okay, have they got this up and running yet? Not quite. Well, you've got plenty of food growing, which is lovely. No research focus. What? Oh, because they finished the medicine and I completely forgot to set them anything else. Okay, let me pick another research task. A window tile? As is light and decor to pass through. Fascinating. That sounds way over my head, but it's still quite interesting. Okay, so I can't see there's anything that we need massively now, so I'm not actually going to set another research task because I want to leave Lindsay and the rest of them with a little bit more time on their hands in order to keep up with other jobs. See, we are producing a shocking amount of this stuff. I'm actually going to put this on a 7 for getting rid of this polluted oxygen, because this polluted water is producing polluted oxygen. When it's dumped out here, somehow it doesn't. I don't know how, but somehow it... How have you not turned this thing off yet? Can you put this on a 6, please? What was I talking about? Oh yes, when it's been dumped out, it doesn't actually generate bad oxygen. But when it's just bottled and sitting on the floor, it does. I don't know why it does. It makes absolutely no sense to me that it does, although it doesn't. But that appears to be the case. So I can use that to my advantage if I try and get rid of it, because as you'll notice, things are getting disturbingly more green, which isn't good. It isn't good, even a little bit. So we really do need to be dumping more of this stuff out. But at least we're starting to get this bit insulated a bit better. How's the temperature coming? Yeah. Still not taking advantage of this greeny bit yet, but hopefully quite soon. Hopefully quite soon. Oh, fertilizer is a thing you can mine out. That explains why we all of a sudden needed it. After having it forever, and all of a sudden we didn't need it. There is a naturally occurring fertilizer in the sense that you can... in the sense that you can literally just produce your own fertilizer by mining it out rather than producing it in... What's that? I've got no idea what that is. Oh, good, this is nearly done. Actually, this is probably going to require wiring, isn't it? I won't build it until it definitely does require wire, because it'd be pointless to waste the resources, but I get the distinct impression it's going to need it. So yeah, that explains why we suddenly needed fertilizer, why we suddenly ran out, because we must have had a naturally occurring stock of it, but then we just ran out one day, which is a terrible, terrible thing. Oh, poor Max, he just fell all the way down. Oh, poor man. Yeah, it doesn't matter, that's unreachable, that's just a thing for later, really. Okay, do you need power? You don't? You don't need power? Oh, I say, you're my best friend in the whole world. Right. Let's 7 these, please, if you don't mind, if you'd be so kind. Let's get some ice in them, and let's get these things done. Irritatingly, the ice is all down here, which means it's going to take forever for it to get anywhere. See, look. Now her morale is 6, and she only needs 4. I don't understand what is up with Lindsay. Her morale fluctuates like stock prices. It's crazy. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand what is up with this kiddo. Right, never mind that. Let's get you, I'm thinking of giving more people carrying, because at the moment we've got a lot of commuting, which is constantly going on at me saying people's commutes are long. They're always waltzing around, they're moving stuff. They're going around, they're moving things, they're going to different places to do different tasks. I'm thinking if they can carry more, then they'll be able to carry more things in each journey, which means they need to do less journeys in total. So where possible, I'm going to start giving people improved carrying. See, now I'm worried to give Lindsay anything that increases her stress. Anything that increases her morale requirement. Because if her morale then goes back down, let's say it goes down to 2, before it was bad because it needed to be 4 and now it's 2, but this will mean it needs to be 5 and now it's 2, which means her stress will go even higher. So for the time being, I'm not going to assign Lindsay more skills, because it does not seem sensible to me. She's a bit fluctuant at the minute. I'd rather keep her a bit more stable. Oh no. Oh, I wish you did use electricity now. They use people. Oh gosh, that's not good. That is not good. They use people, which means they're going to be busy doing that, not doing other jobs. Oh dear. This is a rather serious problem. Water, 2,000 kilograms of water. Now that sounds pretty useful to me. I don't know. Could we get another person? I mean, my thought process in terms of a person is previously I wasn't getting any more people because of what happened when we got Travaldo. You see, when we got Travaldo, our oxygen and food consumption went through the roof, which was a real problem because it made a whole mess of problems for us. What I'm thinking right now is if we got another person and they were consuming a bit more oxygen, our surplus of oxygen production would reduce. Which means if it actually went into a slight deficit, the pressure in the base would actually start to decrease. And I mean, could that be beneficial to us? Look at you, you've got 3 negative traits. That's scary. And I mean, if the pressure went down, maybe we could then start pumping the CO2 a bit better. So I'm thinking maybe if we got Abe, perhaps? Abe's a sweet, delicate flower, as they need to be treated gingerly with great consideration for their feelings. Can't do attacking, that's no problem. Bonus of 3 to all attributes at night. That's not really much use considering you're going to be asleep at night, aren't you? Machine operation speed. But you're good at ranching and tidying. 2 things we're not doing right now. Reduced germ resistance. Air consumption rate is lower. No, I think maybe we'll get somebody next time when we've got a different selection of people to choose. But for the time being, I think we're going to just stick with the kids we've got. Because I think that's the wisest decision at the moment. I think it is. As much as I would like to reduce the pressure, I don't think that's the right way to do it. Particularly since that's going to increase our... See, look, we're making almost 100 kilograms of additional oxygen than we need every day. I'm actually going to disable a couple of these. We can turn them back on later if we need to, but I think it would be better to be producing less oxygen than consuming more. So I don't know how many we should be producing. I mean, it says 40 grams a second. I don't know how many days a second lasts, though. I mean, how many seconds a day lasts. We'll turn off a couple of these, and we'll see how that reduces it. Well, actually, no, we'll turn off 3, I think. We'll turn off 3 central ones. Probably should have turned off 3 equidistant ones, actually, but never mind. Just to see if we can reduce the problem a bit. Yeah, see, look, that's going down to like 20 degrees, but this is staying hot. So that temperature isn't really circulating around as much as it could be. What if we built airflow tiles here? Because airflow must surely include temperature, right? Better gas circulation. Reduces heat transfer. Doesn't say anything about heat here, but I feel like maybe airflow tiles here would be a good idea. Just to get the temperature, because then maybe the hot air, because I'm assuming that temperature is translated in air, because temperature is of course the kinetic energy of particles moving, and in here, the problem with the air, the problem with the temperature is that the air is too hot. So surely if the air can move around more, then logically it would make sense that if the air moves around more, then the hot air from down below will come up, and the cold air from up above will go down. Because again, heat rises. So it's logical to build these things above, because then the temperature from here will go up, and the temperature from here will go down. So these things are making it colder, this thing's making it hot, causing a natural thing of stuff and goodness. I don't know. Right, okay. Can we get a little bit higher on this, please? Because I want to make us some medicines, just in case. I feel like some bad stuff is going to happen soon. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but I feel like bad stuff is going to happen. Okay, we haven't really done an awful lot yet. So, I mean, we're starting to work on this problem, which is actually proving out to be better than I thought it was going to be. But let me think for a bit. I find it difficult to believe that that is the only temperature modulation thing. Because it says this diffuses a small amount of heat, and that produces ice, and that's insulation, and that creates heat. Why you'd want to do that is beyond me. See, this outputs heat, this doesn't get rid of it. These are sensors. Extreme temperature exchange with surrounding environments. Yeah, there's not really anything here that really reduces reduces the temperature, which confuses me. There must be more to temperature management than this ice machine. There's got to be more somewhere. I mean, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I honestly don't know at this moment. I mean, these are for oxygen generation. Remove salt from brine or salt water, producing clean water. Well, that sounds useful, but I don't think we've got access to that kind of thing at the minute. Where was the plastic manufacturing? Yes, here. I think I'm going to set this in a minute, because as much as we don't have access to crude oil, eventually we've got to find it, right? I don't know where oil is, because I'm not seeing anything around here that's oily. But eventually we've got to bump into some oil, which I think would be a good idea to sort of get that going. If that makes any sense? Like, so that we're ready for it when it comes, perhaps. Oh gosh, now the pressure in here is going even higher. It's into the 3000s. Which makes no sense, because I've now realised that having these sealed is the sensible thing to do, because these consume gas, don't they? Surely this must consume gas. Life cycle, temperature, atmosphere. I don't think it does, you know. I think it has to be immersed in a gas, but maybe it doesn't actually consume it. Which is inaccurate in terms of what plants really do. They don't just live off water. They use photosynthesis, never mind the photosynthesis. They use the carbon dioxide for respiration, much like we use oxygen for respiration. At least I think they do, if I remember my biology GCSE correctly. It's as far as my biological knowledge of the universe goes. What's wrong with these? No fertilizer. We're producing fertilizer. Or is it because we're running out of water? Pipe blocked. Hang on a minute. This is working. What's wrong with the pipe? Pipe. Oh gosh, I think it is, yeah, because we are running out of this. Which is a very serious issue. We need more polluted water. I never thought I would say this in my life, but we actually need polluted water, and they're getting rid of most of the stuff that was hanging around before. We've got a couple of tiddly bits, but nothing consequential. Is this is this gas thing improving? It's improving for you, which makes no sense because yours hasn't even been built yet, and yours is a little bit better, but yours really isn't, which is a genuine concern of mine. See, there's a fair amount of water here, and we could, if necessary, like reach in here and try to get hold of, like, just build a pump somewhere and just pump a load of bad water in here. Oh gosh, it's because this has run out of bad water, hasn't it? Oh gosh, moppity mop. Mop it all up. Now, preferably. Rather than waiting until doomsday. If you could do it now, that'd be fantastic. Oh dear, and stress is going back up. Is it Lindsay? No, it's Max. For once in the history, it's Max. I do not like... I mean, it's a perfectly adequate system. It works. It really does. The temperature works. Oh, I got all excited then. I thought it was working. It's not working, but I thought it was because this thing was working. I thought this had gotten depressurized. It's not. It's now up to 4,000. Oh gosh, what am I going to do about this gas problem? Because eventually this is going to build up, and I mean this is building up now, this carbon dioxide, but eventually this is going to produce more and more and more carbon dioxide, and because this is not letting the gas flow out, that pressure is going to build up and up and up, and eventually this is going to blow up. This is going to have so much pressure on the walls that the walls break. See, this is the problem, you see. I'm stagnating, and I'm aware of that. I'm stagnating because I don't know how to proceed. I don't know how to get more polluted water, because this stuff would be fantastic to have, but it's surrounded by slime, and slime is very dangerous because, as you can see, every block has 1 million germs in it. Look at the germ overlay of this thing. Germs. There's just germs everywhere, which is unbelievably dangerous. Because all of it is surrounded... What's that? Abyssalite. I've got no idea what that is. Or what it's used for. See, we could kind of work our way through, but even then this algae is... Oh no, the algae doesn't have germs in it. Oh, some of the algae has germs in it. See, I don't know how to find a way of getting through here in a disinfected way. Right, okay. Okay, so this is my plan. This is my possibly extremely dangerous and stupid plan. We're gonna pool all of this polluted water into one place. We're gonna pool it all in here. They're gonna dig down here, and that's gonna cause all this water to fall in here. They're also gonna dig out this little bit here and cause all of this to flow down here. There's gonna be a pump there that's gonna take the water onto a system, and it's gonna dump it in here. And then we can use it for other purposes. We can use it for the production of fertilizer, and we can produce it for the refinement for good water for the production, for the use of other stuff. There's going to be a pipe system that's going to follow a simple path down here. There's going to be a wire coming off the main circuit from the batteries that's going to follow the exact same path. That's going to go to the pump so that it can pump the liquid away and have power coming to it in order to power the thing. And the reason I've got this here, I've got this double airlock system, so in order to hopefully reduce the amount of polluted oxygen excuse me, that's going to leak out. And if it does leak out, it's not going to be the end of the world, because you've already got airlocks here and airlocks here to stop the CO2 flowing out. So at the very least, this polluted oxygen shouldn't get out, which should be a problem. And yeah, look, this is a demonstration of what I was talking about before. Up here, oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Down here, CO2, 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 which is a real problem. Look at that. Look how blue that is. That is shocking. Look how green this is. That's even more shocking. Because we are not producing enough polluted oxygen at the minute to allow this to carry on. So I am hoping that this shower will reduce the amount of germs. I have realised, however, that a shower is not what I want to do, because a shower is going to require additional plumbing. It's going to make things difficult. See, germ-covered duplicates use sinks when passing by in selected directions. That's what I want. Let me get rid of this shower, and I put the plumbing in. No plumbing, medicine. Sink, here we are. This is what I want. Okay, which means I can now... I don't like how it does that. You have to come out of it and then come back into it again in order to do this. So hopefully this sink will mean that when they go through, with covered in germs, because they're going to be covered in germs, because they're going to have to dig through the slime, and they're going to go through the dirty water, and they're going to be drinking up the oxygen, they're going to be doing all sorts of bad stuff. But my hope is that the sink will prevent that from happening. It'll prevent the germs from going too far. Possibly. I don't know. And this is going to be draining on our resources. We are going to run out of resources eventually. Building flat resources, what? Planter boxes. Yeah, I know. I don't know what is up with these. They need water. They've got loads of water. I don't know why they're complaining about the water. I also really wish they'd mop this up and stop complaining about soggy feet. But maybe this will work. This might be a stupid idea, but I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, well, this thing has been built now. We need to wire this up. What? It's got the... Oh, is it just not had the wire built? Yeah, the wire hasn't been built there. Oh yeah, this is working. Okay, so it does have water. They're just lying and they're saying that it doesn't. Okay. See, this pipe system will connect it to this outflow. So hopefully this will start being pushed out of here. And I'm actually going to change this system. I'm going to have one of these be disabled, because I cannot afford to have two people constantly... Oh, growth horticulture, it's a fertilizer. Food shortage. Shush. One problem at a time, my friends. One problem at a time. Is there any more fertilizer around? Anywhere? That's fertilizer, I suppose. They've just got so many jobs on at the minute that they're seemingly not getting anything done. Particularly since 2 of them are constantly working on this, which is a real problem for me. But I can't just leave them for a few days. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to start thinking about what I really need done and what I don't. Because the stuff that really doesn't need doing, for the time being, is frankly just going to have to live with the fact that we can't afford to do it at the time. We are just going to have to deal with our problems as best we can, because we've only got a limited amount of resources. This should give us a tiny bit of fertilizer, just long enough to get this thing working again. However long it takes this thing to work. Please don't just produce more water. Yes, good, fertilizer. Mop it then. Stop complaining about soggy feet and mop. Why aren't you mopping? It's on a 5. Oh, because all of this stuff's on a 6. Yeah, see, I think it will be alright if we just have the one. See, yeah, look, these have gone from 40 degrees to 30 degrees. Insufficient regenerated coal. Tell me we haven't run out of coal. I beg of you, tell me we haven't run out. No, we've still got 5.6 tons of coal. Okay, they just haven't got it there. Okay. Never mind that for the time being. Oh, now what? Yeah, fertilizer. You've got fertilizer. It's being produced, I swear it. Okay, this is starting to fill up again, which is good. Which is very good. We do need that to be done. Why this still isn't being mopped is beyond me. I really want this mopped because I'm sick of people walking through here. I have got these disabled, haven't I? No, I haven't. I haven't seen anybody running on them, but I do want them disabled because it is utterly pointless having them there. Oh, why? This thing is making fertilizer. Do we have fertilizer or not? We've got 925 kilograms. Why are you not putting it in here? Probably because you're far too busy doing other jobs like I've set you to do because I am an utter moron. Forget about that. Is there anything else I can cancel for the time being? No, come on. Come on. Just please, please, please. Okay, they've mopped that at least. Deliver the fertilizer. In fact, I'm gonna change these. I'm gonna change the plants to 7s because under no circumstances whatsoever should food be low priority. We need to keep the food priorities up. I'm hoping that doing that will increase the priority of the errands and they will start putting fertilizer. What are you doing? Okay, they're growing. There, they're delivering the dirt and the fertilizer. Good, good. Good. They're growing again. Fantastic. Okay. I don't know. I worry. I worry about these people and I worry about this colony. I worry a lot. Okay, the pipe system's pretty much done. The piping system's done. This needs to get on. They really do need to get on with this though. Is this set this is set as a 6 pretty much. Actually I'm gonna reset this all to a 6. Just so that it's a nice even 6. You're not doing good. Okay, the gas is going down a little bit. It's gone down a bit. It's gone down from 4,000 to 3,000. It's gone down from 4,000 to 2,300, which is something, I suppose. I also do not know why they are not getting this wire done. But never mind. Oh, shush about the food shortage. How's our oxygen generation changed over the last day or two? What? Oxygen generation 220, oxygen use 215, net change positive 3,742.5. I don't know how good you are at maths. I'm not great, but I like to think I'm halfway decent. But that's not how numbers work. 220 minus 215 does not equal thousands and thousands. It equals 5. Okay, what can we have as a person? You're good at medicine. but you've got decreased germ resistance and you can't build. You don't need much morale. You can't decorate. No, I'm going to stick with the food, because we do not have much food. Yeah, look, that's trebled our food supply. Tripled. Sorry, treble isn't a word. And I refuse to believe anybody that says that treble is a word. It's triple. That's the end of the matter. Is this gas problem getting fixed or not? No, this has not solved the gas problem. Not by a long shot. Which means I am going to have to come up with a new solution for this. I do kind of think I can find a solution. Like if I put an algae terrarium there, and then just tile underneath it, but then how would they access it? To like do the stuff, you know, to do, you know, to deliver stuff. Because I can't put it here. I must build an unoccupied space. I can't put it here. I can't put ladders there unless I put holes in the roof. Yes. Wouldn't work for you because you've got the bathrooms up top. But it might work for the others. Yeah. Give me a minute. I'll work on this crazy idea of mine. See, something like this. There's a hole in the ceiling where they then come down on a ladder and they use up this little space over here. There's a tile underneath so it's got a foundation, and there's a terrarium there. We can put a terrarium in each and get rid of some of the other terrariums. Hang on, have you guys been breeding? There's 3 of you now, which is adorable. It's lovely to know you've got a little family. I love that. I love that. Oh, gosh. I love you guys to death. I'm just slightly confused how you bred from 1. Because I brought 1 of you in. I brought you in. So where you 2 have come from, I don't know. Because I've never heard of a creature that can breed on its own. Even asexual creatures need a second to breed. Do they? I don't know. I haven't learned biology in literally longer than I can remember. I can't even remember the last time I studied biology. But look, I mean, we've gotten rid of the good water in here. This is just bad water now, which is good. That's actually a good thing. So yeah, let me implement my plan in the rest of these places. I don't know what I'm going to do for this one, which is poor old Lindsay. In fact, what I'm going to do, because it's Lindsay, I'm going to move Lindsay's bedroom to a different place. I'm going to put this place as assigned to Lindsay, this one's assigned to Lindsay, and this one is assigned to Max. Because Max has low stress and Lindsay has high stress, and I'm sick of Lindsay having high stress. Lindsay gets the good room with the oxygen in it. Max can have the one that doesn't have any oxygen in it. I genuinely don't know if this is going to work. I hope it will work. Look at Hassan. 8 morale. Honestly, have you ever met a more moralistic bloke than good old Hassan? Hassan and Lindsay are honestly just the greatest people I've ever met in my life, and I've met some corkers. They are just honestly so amazing. They cook food that feeds the colony. They research machines that save us from death. They do absolutely. What under the sun is this? Make some of these. I don't know, just make a few for the time being. If you've got time. Waiting materials. Oh no, what do they need? It doesn't say. Waiting on materials. It doesn't say what it needs though. Heat! 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You make none of that. If this thing produces that much heat, I don't care how sick you get. You're just gonna cough and splutter all over the show. But you are not, under any circumstances whatsoever, producing anything if it generates that much heat. Okay, I think for the time being, I'm gonna have to leave it there because this episode has been going longer than I realised it has. When this starts getting delivered, which I should really be putting this up to a 6. When these machines start working again, oh gosh, I still do not understand what's causing you to break. You've got all the water you need, so why isn't this working? I don't know why you're breaking. You make no sense to me. You never have, and you probably never will at this rate. But I'm hoping this will solve the problem with the oxygen. Look, yeah, this is now producing oxygen in here. So hopefully it will still flow up, don't get me wrong, but at least it will be being produced in the moment that it needs it. In the area that it needs it, rather. And we've got this plan in motion. We've built everything in the base that we need. We just need to build the stuff that takes us outside the base. And hopefully this fertilizer problem will start getting fixed. And we're hopefully starting to deal with a bit of this. No, the temperature's gone straight back up to 40 again. Maybe we are going to have both of these running for the time being. I'll say just have them both running. Just have them both running for the time being. But hopefully this will start to solve most of our problems. This we've got a good start on replenishing our water. We're starting to deal with the temperature problem, and we're starting to deal with the oxygen problem in the here. And the morale problem seems to be being solved most of the time. Most of the time, people's morale seems to be up and above. And stress is, oh, Lindsay, I love you, but you're driving me crazy, kiddo. Low oxygen, cold air, low morale, soggy feet, and sopping wet. I kind of wish I could just tell Lindsay, never ever get in the water under any circumstances whatsoever. Never get in the water and let everyone else get in the water, because frankly, she is just too good of a person to be in the water. I'm sick of poor Lindsay being in the water and getting low morale for it. But never mind. I think we're starting to slowly solve most of our problems in this place, at least most of the ones that we've got currently. Our food supply seems to be being all right. We're kind of getting ourselves prepared to solve medical problems should they arise later. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Ow, I can't even get through an outro without hurting myself. Thank you very much for joining me this evening in looking after these poor little people. Look after each other like I'm trying to look after these kids. Thank you very much, and good night.